Up on top of Mount Tom, there's a log cabin down there. There. But did not expect this. It wasn't foggy. It wasn't that foggy on the way here, but I got one of those fog lying in the valley things going on up here. So it's like you're flying in an airplane above the clouds. There's the top of the mountain. We'll be there in another couple minutes. Okay, so we're at the top, and yeah, you get a lot of murals up here, unfortunately. And then there's the star that lights up all of East Hampton during Christmas season. But there's our inversion, if you will. And once again, that's the yeah, the restaurant down there. And there's the towers. But you can see how it's clear, relatively clear, except for right in here. How's that? We got a rattler here. He's looking at me. We're going this way. Well, there was one cool thing today. This one's not so cool. It does not seem to be particularly happy with us. But the rattle's not going. Not sure exactly what our plans are going to be now. He's moving across the trail. Slowly. By the way, I'm only maybe 10 feet away from it. Which Nancy's not really happy with, but it's moving the right direction now. Yeah, I know. The question is, I don't know that we're going to be able to get around it. And you know, it's funny, we could probably go into the brush over this side, but once you see one, you're not so sure you really want to do that. Well, show's over. So we're at the top of the Mount Tom ski area. The mountain, by the way, here is called Dead Top, which is probably a good reason why they didn't use that as part of the ski slope name. I don't know, there's all cell tower stuff now, but this was probably an old ski lift something or other. I think right over there with all the graffiti on it was the top of an actual lift. It's definitely overgrown. But I know one runs down here. I think in the wintertime you can still do it. A few years ago, we were up here with Paul, Nancy's brother, and he skied down it. But you don't get to take the the lift up anymore. So we're kind of doing a loop today. We're going to walk down the roads down the side of the ski slope. If I see anything interesting, actually there's a better, you can see how it's kind of open there, maybe. So if you see anything else interesting, I'll throw it on video. Just missed it.
Sure.
There was a blue heron that just flew off. So we're a little more than halfway down the ski slopes, down the trails, and you get to this body of water down here. Oh, there's the heron. Let's see if I can get him on film there. There he goes. Goodbye. This pond is here, which I presume they used for making snow. And so we're about at the top of where I think the bunny slope begins from here. If I can get out to that, I'll show you some of that. We used to take the dog up here a little bit, and he'd go swimming. And what's interesting about this is there's lots of water snakes that live in here, so he'd scare those up. And anyway, it kept us from going in the water. But I assume at some point people used to swim here. This side is easy to get access to, and way down the other end you can walk to that, and that's a nice little sitting spot. But you have to have your snake tolerance up in order to be willing to do it. So I believe this is the top of the bunny slope, training slope, whatever you want to call it. Can't quite see it through the trees down there, but there's what used to be the whatever you call it, the lodge down there. We'll walk by that in a little bit, what's left of it. They're certainly in disrepair after lots of vandalism and a few fires. There's Nancy. There's a platform there that a little buried. Anyway, that was probably the top of the slope, the lift. So here's the quarry. I don't know what they were mining here. It's just a little ways past where the top of the bunny slope was. And this is as close as I'm going to get to the edge. About 10 feet away here. I know there's been all kinds of controversy about this too, as far as filling it in versus leaving it the way it is or whatever. It's a pretty good drop down there. So here's the view from the other side of the quarry. We were up there just a couple minutes ago. Just spooked a deer too. Didn't get that on film. There's actually a waterfall down there. Let's see if I can get that. Let's see. There it is. What was that? Interesting. I don't know if that normally runs, but obviously there's been a lot of water lately. Okay. I guess I didn't realize they had torn it all down, but apparently it got to that point. This was the lodge. And over there is the swimming pool. I don't know if any of you remember that one, but there was a time where, I think it was after they had stopped actually running the ski slopes, but they may still have been running, that they put the pool in, and they also had the alpine slide. Our kids were small, and we actually took them here to the pool a few times. It was actually kind of a nice time. It was one of those first wave pool type of things. Looks like we're going to see everything today. Turtle heading into the shell. Pretty sure that's a snapping turtle too. So I'm not going to get too close to it. Right here on the side of the bike trail, basically. But yes, as humid and wet as it is, everything seems like a pond. Standing perfectly still. So anyway, I was about to take this out just because we finally came to where it was kind of clear here, where I could show you. We're headed back. We got about 1.5 miles or so on this. This is the Whiting Street Reservoir, Holyoke, I believe. And so it's just a flat bike trail, walking trail, whatever. And it's really low today. I wasn't sure why, but they had the other side gated off, and I can see they're doing something over there. Looks like they might have even taken the spillway down completely and are rebuilding it or something. But it's generally against my principles to actually hike on flat land for a while, but I'll do it once in a while.